Thank you for clicking on the video. I'm WhosManz. I just like football. All right. I'm here to teach you the X's and O's of the game. I'm not here to teach you the glitches and the exploits and things like that. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but yeah. If you guys are new, go ahead, hit the subscribe button and the bell so you never miss an upload. And let's get into it. If you're not trying to hear the word of the day, go ahead, skip to a minute in. But if you're trying to get a word, we go into 2 Corinthians 10:3-5. Pause it if you need to read it. And just remember, man, it's power in the name of Jesus. I'm telling y'all, man. If you're going through self-doubt, if you depressed or anything like that, just remember Jesus love you, man. I love you. We in the comments love you. I don't care where you coming from, bro. We love you. All right, so 5-minute videos, man. I got a full gameplay after this, so I'm using clips from this last Jags game. But let's get into the video. All right, we're gonna look at this cornerback. If he goes in, we go out. If he goes out, we stay in. Now there is some nuance to this play, and you see the result of that. There's some nuance to this play. In the NFL, they play outside in on this compressed set, so that corner out wouldn't have been as effective. In that case, if they do play outside in, remember you have the dig route. I want you to look at those linebackers. So if you see it's man, those linebackers are being occupied by both of the hitches, and you can go to the dig route. The reason why I didn't go to the dig route is I understand in Madden, not necessarily actual football, those corner routes are just really hard to stop, especially when in man. Now, in real life, they would have probably looked to the dig because they play outside in, but hey, shock H option is a good play for many different coverages. As you see, we do one adjustment, but you're gonna see it just creates a lot of space for many different routes, and I'm gonna show you guys my progression that I go through. All right, so first I like to put the X on an out route, and from there, that's how I make my progressions. We're gonna look at the X number 1, slot 2, and then the tight end. So first, if this corner drops, I'm throwing it to Ridley off rip. Reason being is because he's not going to be able to drop back and get in position, and then the nickel is not there. Now if he drops down, I'm not throwing it to him, and I'll look to Kirk. If that nickel decides to drop back, I'm not throwing it to him, or if anyone's over the top, I'm not. And then that leaves Ingram. If it's man, he's going to run an out route. If it's zone, he'll hitch up. And if those are not open, those are my last two options. All right, so we're going to look at this. The cornerback stays, and he's dropping down, so I'm not throwing it to him. We have this safety over top because the nickel blitz, so I'm still not throwing the slot. And it was man, I knew that, so we're throwing it to the tight end. You see how open he is. I don't pick these plays because, I don't know, in this situation, a corner out is always really good against man. I pick these plays because of the progressions, the route distributions, what they provide in certain situations. For instance, there is really good against zone, but also or 3 zone, but also you have something that's good against 2 zone on the back end, right? It gives me a lot more versatility. I'm not always throwing to the exact same wide receiver in every situation. If my opponent does, shake things up and they give me a completely different look, where my pre-snap read is one thing, but then post-snap it's another, I know where to go. I know I have another option. Now, it's not always the case. Sometimes your opponent's going to call just the perfect defense for your play. It's going to happen, but for the most part, I want to give myself as many options as possible. So I'm not picking plays because it's only good against cover 3 and it's only good against cover 2. I'm picking plays that have a couple of different options. Okay. And with that being said, don't panic. If your opponent does just pick that one good play, or they make that one good adjustment, understand that, hey, there's more game, right? You can't panic. When you start panicking, that's when you start making irrational decisions. And when you're making those irrational decisions, that's when you're starting to maybe not go fully through your progression or your route. You're not going through your full progressions, right? You're cutting them short, and you're trying to cheat the system and just, okay, well, I know the corner route's always good against man. It looks like he's man, so let me throw the corner route. That's how you get intercepted. That's how the game just ends up, in a bad situation. So stay calm. Continue to go through your progression. Sometimes your opponent just has your number. These things are going to happen, all right? But that's going to conclude the video. Thank you for watching. Go ahead, drop a like if you liked it. We're going to be back next time with a full game. And if you have any prayer requests, go ahead, throw them in the comment section below. I'll pray for them. And yeah, see you later. GITG, give it to God. Peace.